Hey, good morning, Geoffrey. This is a quick demo video for you for your Magic of Myth Saber by Veracity Labs in 7 chambers. Got this done this morning and also finished up a recessed blade for you, so we'll fire everything up and I'll show you that everything's working. Okay, installed with a Proffie. You've got CC sabers in here for your NeoPixel connector. This is a 2-button setup, so your front switch over here will be your activation. Your back switch is going to be your auxiliary. I'm still waiting on you to send me some sound fonts for the Saber, but for now I put Grumpy Uncle on here to demo it because it is one of my favorite Luke fonts. All right. This clamp card here, all you have to do is slide it back. I did leave it pretty stiff so it doesn't slide off on you, but you can use 2 fingers and slide it back this far. You can get to your kill switch right there. If you were to slide it back further, you know, it reveals a reveal board. Actually, your helper board is underneath that. So it reveals your reveal board. All right. We'll slide this back closed for a second. How to get to your chassis is you just want to come over here and unscrew the pommel. The pommel has a speaker pod in it. It's holding a 28mm Smoker's Outpost Elite speaker. And it looks like that. So that never comes out of there. All right. Makes connection with these stock pogo pins for the speaker connector, and then easy access to your SD card and your micro USB. Everything is very accessible right there. It's about as easy as you can get. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll throw that pommel back on. Of course, all your extra parts will remain in the box. I chose to go, there's 2 separate vented pommel caps. I chose to use the one that has the hidden venting, and it sounds really good. If you want to use the other one, it's in your box. Of course, you can do that. All right. It's a removable battery setup. So all you want to do is come over here and unscrew the grenade section. You'll find a blade side PCB in there that never comes out. That's how we power the actual blade. You've got a removable battery here, which I've got in it right now, obviously, but it's easy to pop out with your finger. Your battery cradle right there. Negative side goes up inside of the Saber, okay, just like that. So you just snap it in like that and you're good to go. Take this and screw it on. Screws on all the way. Very user-friendly setup. Make sure it's screwed down all the way so those pins are making contact with that blade side PCB. We'll slide this clamp card back. Come over here and flip our kill switch.
Just like me, the last in the Jedi religion.
All right, turn this off. You can see I got your blinkies going. This is the cave scene blinkies for your red and your green arrows. Now when you turn it on, I got your red pulsing, but your green stays solid. All right, LEDs in here are firing up. The Saber is super loud. Auxiliary, whoops, auxiliary in the back. And then I gave you twist off, okay? To put a blade in here, what we'll want to do, also I've got your blinkies on a timer, by the way. So if you don't turn the Saber on right away, these will time out so it doesn't kill your battery. But to put a blade in, what you want to do is just come over here, grab the emitter with your fingers, unscrew this top ring. I'm trying not to drop it here. We'll take that off because that exposes your blade retention screw. All right. And then as you can see, your blade here that I made for you, so full-length blade, it is recessed, so made specifically for the Saber. We'll take this ring that we took off and want to slide it up the blade just a hair. About like that is fine. And then you want to take your blade retention screw and back it out. All right. So we'll back it out of the blade socket. Slide our blade in. And it's nice firm fit. It clamps right in place. And then we want to really bite down on the blade. All right. If you don't bite down enough on the blade and this blade retention screw is still sticking outside of the blade socket and into the threaded area, this piece right here won't screw on correctly. Okay. But once you lock that down, you can come over here and you can screw this ring on. I didn't go tight enough on that, so that's why this isn't biting down all the way. So don't be afraid to crank down. In some cases, I've actually suggested to people that they take this blade retention out that came with it and just buy a shorter one because it doesn't need to be as long as it is. All right. But once you do that, you put your ring back on. Just make sure you're doing it straight. There is a little bit of fumbling with it, but in the very end, it's worth it. All right, so we'll turn this off. Yours is a pretty long blade retention screw. I would also suggest for you to probably get a shorter one. All right, but we got the blade in. Come over here and turn the saber on. If I can show you, twisting the saber. Everything's lighting up nice and bright. Once it's together, very solid. Big flash on flash. Blaster bolts is just tapping on the auxiliary. A blade lockup is holding it down and hitting the saber. Right here. Now it's here, right? And move up and down the blade. And then to play your soundtrack is a long press on the power. And another long press to turn it off. Just like that. All right, so ignition one more time.
Go away!
Just like that. All right, and we'll go ahead and we'll take this blade out. And this has a kill switch, so you don't have to take the battery out if you don't want to. One thing you will want to make sure of, though, once you take this blade out, let's take it out real quick and then we'll talk about it. We'll take the ring off the blade. Put that off to the side. Before we put this back on, we do want to come back over here and make sure that this blade retention screw is all the way into the blade socket so that, once again, there's clearance past those threads so that we can put this guy on. All right, very important. And also probably important for you to swap that out for a smaller grub screw so you won't have such an issue of biting into the blade, because if you have to turn it too hard, you'll end up stripping these threads. They are just aluminum. All right. Anyway, we'll come back through and we'll push this clamp card back like that. We'll turn it on.
Go away!
Until I come over here and flip the switch and it kills everything just like it should. All right. So yeah, that is basically your Magic of Myth. Let me know if you have any questions, and if not, I'll set this off to the side until I hear from you about your fonts, and then I will package this up and ship it out. Probably be 2 separate boxes, since I've got your actual box that the saber came in will be in one box, and I'll have to put, the blade in a separate one. All right, thanks, man.